Hello folks, this is Sula speaking. You're listening to another commentary video for League of Legends, this one featuring Annie. I'm playing in a pre-made game along with Mookie, with Ape, with Donsky, and with Warlord. You can see that we've picked Mordekaiser, Xinjiao, Nunu, and Master Yi. This is a bit of a strange team composition. You can see we have two melee damage per second characters in Master Yi and Xinjiao, and then we have two sort of tanky characters between Mordekaiser and Nunu. We don't have any kind of ranged carry, and I am the main ability power champ on my team, although of course Mookie and Donsky will also be doing ability power. And you could also see who we're matched up against on that initial screen. The enemy team does not have a jungler, as seems to be happening every now and then at this skill level. So I'm going to take the top lane, and then I'm going to be playing 2 versus 1 for what seems like the 100th time. As Mookie takes the middle lane, Ape and Warlord take the bottom lane, and then Donsky jungles for us. Alright, while we have a minute here during the setup phase, let me answer a couple of reader comments that I've been getting on some of the YouTube videos. First of all, I now have gotten over 100 subscribers, so thank you very much to everybody who's been watching these videos. Feel free to subscribe if you like them, upvote them on YouTube, whatever you like. It's up to you. I'm not going to beg people to subscribe if they don't want to, but I do appreciate the support, so thanks. For those of you who have asked if I will add people to my friend list on League of Legends, I will do that if you send me a friend request. You'll have to send it to me. There's just too many people who comment for me to keep track of everyone. I'll add people. I can't guarantee that I'll be able to play with others, but I will add them on there. Some other comments, I had some people say that they would like to see some of these games from Mookie's perspective. Well, you actually can do that. Mookie does have a live stream, although he very rarely uses it. So if you search for live stream at Civ4 Mookie NJ, Civ4 Mookie NJ, you can see some of his games. I can't guarantee that he'll update it too often, but if you do want to see some of his games, you can. I'm still hoping that we get some kind of replay or observer mode like we've seen at some of the League of Legends tournaments. That'll make it easier for people to share replays. There's the starting items. I'd love to cast games that other people are doing, but at the moment I can't really do that because all of these are recorded on my computer using Fraps, and then I edit them and put them up on YouTube. I can't exactly ask people to send me like 2 gigabytes worth of video files, or actually it's much more than that. How many is it? I think a typical game eats up about 100 gigabytes, and then I edit it down to about 2. So I can't really ask someone to send me that via email or something. So for the moment, you're just going to have to deal with games from my point of view. Anyway, up here, you can see I am leaning against Amumu, which is kind of a weird choice. You don't typically see a laning Amumu. And because he's just going to stand there auto-attacking creeps, I'm going to use Annie's auto-attack to harass, and then I'm going to try to farm with Annie's Q skill. So this is something you don't see all that often, but whenever you've got a ranged against a non-ranged champ, you should definitely be harassing them with auto-attack if they're just going to walk forward and stand there. And look at how much damage I'm doing. Every attack only does, I think, 33 damage, but over time, it will wear them down. Now here, unfortunately, I've missed out on a couple minions. Like, see there, I missed out on another minion, and that's some bad farming, but the theory is sound. I'm missing minions because I'm clicking on the wrong target with my with Annie's Q, but the idea was sound. The idea of using Annie's Q skill, her disintegrate, to farm, and then auto attacking to harass the Amumu there. The idea was sound, and there I fire off Annie's Q just a little bit too early. But so once again, I'm going to go back, continue harassing Amumu, and there again, I'm just too early on the minion, so I've missed out on some minion kills here pretty badly. We were wondering where the Shen player was on their team. We actually thought he disconnected, and there I click on the wrong minion again and miss out on a minion kill, so some mistakes here, just bad mouse work. We didn't know where Shen was. We looked on, you can see the comment there from Donsky. He had no minion kills. We could see that using tab, so we thought he had disconnected or something. But I kind of thought he might be up here because look, I'm level 3, and notice how Amumu's only level 2. So someone is leeching away experience from this Amumu, and as it turns out, that's actually going to be their Shen player, who is actually here and has been here the whole time, but has not engaged in any fighting. And yeah, see, look, there he is. Now he comes out and tries to taunt me. But really, I'm in no danger. I have Ghost if I need it, and I don't need to use it. I have a health potion, but I didn't even feel like I needed it. So yeah, he was there the whole time. I don't know what he thought he was doing. But meanwhile, Amumu is really low because I've been harassing him. So I use Disintegrate, Incinerate, and I get him with my auto attack. and draw the first blood bonus. So again, you know, all that Annie harass, it did add up over time. So that was a pretty poor play on his part. I did miss out on some minions, did miss out on some last hits, but again, it wasn't because I had the wrong theory there. I was just not executing correctly. Anyway, now that Shen's here, I'm going to try to harass him, but the difference is that Shen has a taunt. He has his charge attack where he can charge forward and taunt me, and he can also throw his blades there. And I'm sorry I don't know the name of these skills off the top of my head. So not going to be as easy to harass Shen as it was to harass Amumu. Amumu is just a very weak laner, very weak in the lane. But anyway, that worked out pretty well, although again, I missed another minion kill there. The key thing is I need to stay back and play a little bit cautiously because I don't want to get killed. That's always the main thing. When you're by yourself in a lane, if you're in a lane 2 versus 1, make sure to stay back, farm at the tower. And here I missed some more minion kills, but I do manage to get the cannon minion, and that's the one that's worth the most there. When you're up ahead, when you're in a 2 versus 1 lane, the lane's going to push. It just is. They're going to push it towards your tower. That's just a fact because as they're last hitting, they're going to be doing more damage to your minions than you're doing to theirs. So it's going to push, and then you just want to head back and calmly farm up the minions as best you can at the tower. And here I do a pretty subpar job. I could have done better than that, but again, I have to avoid their harassment too. But as long as I can keep doing this, obviously it's to the benefit of our team because we have a jungler and their team does not. Now, one other thing that's going on in the game is you can see in the middle lane, Mookie's Mordekaiser is up against the other team's Katarina, and Mookie's having a pretty good time of it. That's an easy win for Mordekaiser. He's just much stronger in the laning phase than Katarina. His shield will block the harassment from Katarina pretty easily without trouble. And here, once again, poor farming. Just no excuse for that. Poor farming. I think I might have been trying to save my stun, but I should have just used it if that's what I was doing. Anyway, the bottom lane is where we're struggling. In the bottom lane, we have Yi and Chinjiao, both melee damage per second characters. There I'm going to take advantage of Annie's stun to harass Shen a little bit, and I did pick up a minion kill while I was doing it too, although I missed out on another one there. Anyway, as I was saying, in the bottom lane, it's Taric Pantheon, which is a very strong lane with double stuns against 2 melee damage per second characters on our team, Yi and Chinjiao, and it's just making it very difficult for them to lane. The other team is zoning them out of gold, zoning them out of experience. And here, because I have my stun up, I'm going to go for Shen. And see, like there, unfortunately, Ape gets killed in the bottom lane. And if I had just a little bit more health, a little bit more mana, I could probably kill Shen here. But with Amumu being there, I have to be careful. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get him. I missed the stun a little bit. I should have stunned him while he was next to the tower, because if Shen had taken 2 tower shots, that would have been a kill there. So a little bit of a misplay there. Also, if I had Ignite, that might have been a kill as well, or I probably could have pushed forward a little bit more aggressively and gotten a kill with Ignite. Now, I would like to start taking Ignite with Annie, but as long as we keep getting these games in matchmaking where they don't have a jungler and I'm playing 2 versus 1, I need to take teleport. We need to have a teleport on our team. Otherwise, as you could see, I couldn't get back to the lane there, and we would have lost. We might not have lost this tower, but it would have taken a lot of damage. So as long as we keep getting these matchups, someone does need to take teleport. It's really hard to do a 2v1 lane without having teleport on your side. Can I get that minion? Yes. Okay. Unfortunately, as you saw before, the bottom lane is really struggling. I think they've already gotten 2 kills in bottom lane, and they're denying Ape and Warlord gold and experience just by virtue of having those double stuns. The other enemy team is zoning them pretty effectively. So we had talked this over, and we decided what we're going to do is we're going to do a lane swap. We're going to swap Warlord into the top lane up here. Warlord playing Master Yi, because Yi can simply stay by the tower and Alpha Strike, and he can use Meditation to heal up damage he takes. So while he won't get a ton of minion kills, he can't be denied golden experience in the same way that we're doing down in that bottom lane. And meanwhile, by having a range character down there in the bottom lane, we'll be able to open up some farming for Ape a little bit more. And once again, I do a rather poor job on those minions there. And so here comes Warlord, and we're going to swap him up here, and then I'm going to head down into the bottom lane. So we're going to make this swap, and unfortunately Warlord's out-leveled. You can see he's been denied a lot of golden experience, but we still think that this is the best play to make, because you can't just have a lane where someone's getting denied. Like, look there, Ape only has 4 minion kills. He's been completely denied any golden experience. Now over here, he's got a fight with Taric, and he's doing a pretty good job, but with Taric's heals and with no one else there to support, unfortunately we're not going to be able to get a kill. If we had been able to wait a little bit longer, perhaps until Mookie Mookie or I got down there, perhaps we could have gotten a kill. But with Ape by himself and with Tarek having a level advantage over him, there's not much he can do. Here, I've got my stun up. If I can just catch them with my stun, we can probably get 2 kills. And what I should have done here was ghosted and then use my stun, but I did not do so. And here, the reason why I'm auto-attacking the minions is because I am trying to save my stun, of course. So anyway, I think that was a minor misplay. I think we could have gotten a kill on some of them if we had, if I had ghosted there and gotten into range to use my Tibber stun. But anyway, that's gone. Because they have no jungler, we're going to grab this dragon here using Donsky and Mookie. You can see they're up there on the minimap. So there it is right there. You can see Ape got the level up. I get the 130 gold. And I'll toss down that ward that I didn't need in the top lane, but it is useful now to try and prevent us from getting ganked. And over there is Katarina. She came down from the middle lane, and Mookie spotted her over there in the brush. So once again, we are looking to try and fight here. You can see I've got my stun up, ready to go. If they come forward at all, I'm going to stun them, and we'll force a fight. And so look, here comes Tarek, so I'm going to stun him, use Tibbers. You can see I pop off about 2/3 of his life, and then Mookie uses his ultimate, and so Mookie gets the kill, and now we've got a little ghost to run around here. In the middle lane, Katarina's gone back to the middle, but Donsky is holding the lane for us very nicely. So well done, Donsky. Exactly what the jungler should do. Come forward, hold a lane. The little ghost from Mordekaiser's ult tanks the tower for us, and now we have Tibbers to tank the tower for us, so that's going to eat up a lot of tower fire. And now I've cycled through my stun, so I'm able to get off another hit on Pantheon. Pantheon chases me for some reason, so we're going to come in and we're going to finish him off, and I get the kill there, taking him down pretty easily, although unfortunately Ape was killed at the same time. Almost all the damage that Ape took coming from the tower itself, and not actually from the enemy player there. But we were able to get, so we take 1 death, but we get 2 kills, and now we're going to be able to get this tower. You can see they still have 2 top lane, they have Katarina in the middle lane, their other 2 players are dead, and they're not going to be able to get here in time. Even having burned that fortify, they're still not going to be able to get this tower. So that's going to grant us a little bit more extra global gold, a little extra global experience, so it's sort of like a mini dragon taking that extra tower, and that's going to put us further ahead, combined with the fact that we've already gotten the first dragon. So it puts us in a pretty comfortable position here. And that's an especially big win because we were getting beaten quite badly in the bottom lane initially. The enemy team, that Tarek Pantheon combination was dominating earlier, and so to push them back and actually get that tower, kill both of them and get the tower is a big win for our team. And as you can see, Warlord is still up at the top lane, and he is leveling up now. See, now he's up to level 8, so he's been able to get a leveling advantage over the other 2, and he's been able to use Alpha Strike to farm minions. So that swap is working out for us quite well up there at the top. And because Donsky was able to hold the middle lane while Mookie came down here and joined us in the bottom lane, that's one of the reasons why we were able to set that up. Alright, anyway, getting back to what's going on, I am going to farm the wolves here, just because you can see in the bottom lane's been pushed forward, so there's no farming for me to do there. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for that lane to push, I'm just going to grab the little extra experience in gold by farming up that camp. Granted, I'm taking that away from our jungler, I'm taking it away from Donsky, but while Donsky was covering the middle lane, all of our neutral buffs came back up, and so he should be able to do just fine by going and grabbing them. Plus, with no enemy jungler, he can even slip into the enemy team's jungle and pick them up. Here, I'm going to focus on last hitting at the tower, and you can see I'm doing a much better job here than I was earlier in the game. Now, I'm still not going to get all of these, but the key thing is to get that cannon minion, and unfortunately my Incinerate is just too weak to finish off those caster minions, but I was able to get maybe half of them. Not great, but with that big of a minion wave, you're probably not going to get them all. And so I'm just going to continue farming up here. Now the problem is, once again, I can't push too far forward because we know Pantheon's here, and we're pretty sure that Tarek is coming into this direction as well. So I'm going to get that range minion, and I was not able to get that last one as Pantheon's harassed. Now see, here comes Tarek. He's going to come down here, and now we're back to the combined Tarek-Pantheon lane again. And now, once again, we're in the same situation from earlier in the game. They have double stuns. They are both tanky characters that do damage at close range. If I come forward and try to fight them, they will double stun me, and then they'll kill me. So I have to play passively back here in order to avoid getting killed. Anyway, we're up to the end of this video. So once again, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll continue this in part 2.